In lesson 84, we're looking at the degree of equations and solutions to systems of equations. So first, looking at the degree of equations. The degree of a term of a polynomial is the sum of the exponents of the variables of the term. So if you had an x and a y, you would add their exponents together in that one term. And remember, terms are separated by plus and minus signs, but one term would be what's multiplied together. Okay, so just looking at some terms here, 2 is a 0 degree term because it doesn't even have a variable. X cubed is a 3rd degree term because its exponent of the variable is 3. Then this x squared ym p is a 5th degree term because if you add all those exponents together, it makes 5. 47x is a 1st degree term because the exponent of the x is 1. Remember that the degree of a polynomial is the same as its highest degree term. So in this first example, that's a 2nd degree polynomial. It's a quadratic. And then in the next example, this is a 3rd degree polynomial equation. And this is an equation because it has an equal sign. In the next one, that's a 2nd degree polynomial because when you add the exponents of the x and y, it makes 2. And then the last example is a 1st degree polynomial equation because x has a degree of 1 and y has a degree of 1, or an exponent of 1 each. So linear equations are 1st degree equations. Now looking at systems of equations, when two lines have different slopes, they will intersect in one point and have one common solution. That's a consistent system. So when you get the y's by themselves, if they have different slopes, you're going to have one answer. Now if a system of equation turns out to be the same line, they have the same slope, the same y-intercept, and then there are an infinite number of solutions. That is a dependent system. So see on this second equation, if I just divide everything by 2, I would have y equals x minus 2, which is the same as the first equation that they give us, so those are exactly the same. If the system of equations has the same slope with different y-intercepts, then the lines will be parallel and have no common solution. That's an inconsistent system. You'll have no solution. See here, same slope and different y-intercepts. So it's easiest to tell what the system will be if you solve for y and get that in slope-intercept form. So there are three possibilities when you have a system of two lines. The first one, the lines cross and thus have one point, so there is one solution. They are consistent and independent. Number 2, the lines are the same and have infinite solutions, and they are dependent because they're the same line. And number 3, the lines never intersect because they are parallel and have no solution. They are inconsistent and independent. So the independent ones are the ones that are different. They're not the same line. And the dependent one is the one where they're exactly the same line when they are in simplified form. So hopefully this helps matching those up on this lesson.